One of my Patreon supporters suggested that I should just go someplace and photograph birds. Instead of what I normally do is focus in or key in on a certain species of birds, what I should do is just go out and see what I can photograph. And this is how I got into bird photography. This is what I normally do when I go out bird photography. And I'm kind of really looking forward to it. It's kind of my fun this is my breakaway, not having to focus on a specific species. I'm just going to go out there and see what I can photograph. So come along and enjoy this event. Well, I want to thank my Patreon supporter for suggesting this idea. This is kind of a really fun way to go out and photograph birds. What I'm going to do is do what I normally do when I go out birding, is I pick a location, I just start walking around there and see what birds I photograph. Now I really do enjoy targeting on specific species for the simple fact that it is great to focus on a species and get it. So like last week, the video for the bobolink, which you can see the link above, a link below, this can really help you focus on something. But the problem that I ran into when I was here for the bobolink is I saw all kinds of sparrows, I saw meadowlarks, mockingbirds, I saw all kinds of species, wrens that were all around here that I kind of ignored so that I could focus on the bobolinks. And today I'm basically gonna be walking the same road I walked for the video for the bobolink and see what birds I can photograph. And this is the kind of photography I really enjoy, because I'm not worrying about anything other than going out and taking pictures of birds. And what birds I take pictures of, it's not as important. And today's also one of my best days to go out and photograph birds. It is an overcast day, but it's not like a rainy kind of miserable kind of day. It's just overcast, so this is going to diffuse the light and make things a little bit softer. So I am going to have to up my ISO a little bit to get those pictures, but I really love taking pictures in it because you don't have any harsh shadows or anything like that. So I'm really expecting a lot from today. So come along, we're gonna see what we can find here and just take those pictures. Well, as you can see, I made it to the bales of hay. I am really disappointed here. When I was out here scouting this yesterday, I saw white-crowned sparrows, Savannah sparrows, white-throated sparrows up here, and I really expected them to still be here. Now, I know that these birds only winter here in North Carolina, and their numbers have been going down over the last week and a half, but I really expected some of them to be still here, so I was really expecting to be able to see these birds and be able to photograph them. And getting up here and not finding any of them is very depressing. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head back to the way I came from, and I'm gonna take a right at the other dirt road, and there's a brook down there that goes underneath the road. I'm gonna go there and see if I can photograph some birds. I'm not giving up yet. I really do expect to see some stuff. And to tell you the truth, this happens in the real world a lot to me. I mean, you know, you have expectations for something to be there and it just doesn't work out. But I'm gonna go to plan B, and I'm gonna head down that road. Well, I've come down here, and one of the reasons I didn't come down here first of all is my car is parked way up there. So I have to walk past the birds because the sun is behind you and be able to photograph the birds going this way. As you can also see, my cloud cover is burned off. It is just windy out here, and there's just not a lot of bird activity here. It is very disappointing. I just photographed an orchard oriole. This bird just literally landed on a branch 15 feet away from me. Orchard Oriole is a very uncommon bird here in North Carolina, and I'm very excited about this. Usually we get Orchard Orioles in the fall. We get juveniles that get lost. We don't usually get a lot of Orchard Orioles, and we definitely don't get Orchard Orioles in their breeding colors. This is a one-off. I'm very, very excited about this, and I gotta tell you, I was just ready to pack it in. I was done. I mean, I haven't seen that much activity. I've done a lot of walking, and having this equipment and this equipment to carry around with me is a lot of work. So I was kind of getting a little bit run down. I was actually thinking about just ending the video and doing something else, but seeing that Orchard Orioles has just brought it back to life for me. I can't tell you how excited I am about it. But I'm going to show you the pictures right now. That's a common yellowthroat singing there. That's the second bird I photographed. Common yellowthroats, as the name implies, are very common. The first place I ever photographed a common yellowthroat was in Florida when I went on a Pacific trip to photograph birds. And I think that's why it has such a special place in my heart. Whenever I see a common yellowthroat, I think of me being in Florida photographing them. They're a skulker, they respond to pitching. They're a fairly easy bird to photograph, but still, it has someplace special in my heart, and I always get a kick out of when I can photograph a yellowthroat or see one. So that's bird number 2. As I was talking to you about the yellowthroat, a yellow-breasted chad just came in. This is a fairly rare bird here in North Carolina, and to tell you the truth, the area I am right now, there's always a yellow-breasted chad here, so it's not uncommon right here, but in the state of North Carolina, yellow-breasted chads are pretty uncommon. But that's exciting. It's bird number 3. I mean, considering the fact that I was ready to throw in the towel, it's going pretty well. Not having my binoculars has really handicapped me, because normally I use my binoculars to scan the bushes and trees and then move into position to see the birds, and not having my binoculars really limited me. I did see about 18 to 20 species of birds, and being able to photograph 3 species of those birds is really good. And when I say photograph, I don't mean an okay picture or a picture that's not properly exposed. A properly exposed and well shot picture, getting 3 pictures of 18 birds, I consider that a really good day. The key is that I kind of only focused on the birds. And I think I would have seen more if I had brought my binoculars, and I might have been able to photograph more. I did see the Orchard Oriole I saw down here. I've seen a lot of other birds down here, but because I didn't have my binoculars, and this is kind of hard to see birds and focus on them, because sometimes by the time you focus on them, the bird has flown away. Anybody who's a bird photographer is familiar with that. So anyways, I had a fantastic time out here. It was a lot of work, and it was very frustrating as a photographer, but as a bird watcher, I saw a lot of birds. So I had a really good time out here, and I'm gonna end the video here. If you got anything at all out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel, because that really helps us in YouTube. Become a Patreon supporter, you know why. My name is Leahy, and I want to thank you for watching.